There we go, and let's start streaming. So I'm gonna do my elite clue scroll tonight, and maybe some Slayer, I think. Just have a nice chilled out stream, see if anyone wants to watch, and just kind of go from there. So with first clue, scroll work in the east of the Illid and north of Nada. Okay. Do I have a teleport scroll? There's not a teleport scroll for Nada, is there? But there is for Polnivnic. Right, let's get my water tiara and a Polnivnic teleport. East of the Illid and north of Nada. So the easiest way is to just go get a carpet to Nada and go from there. Let's go. So you start scanning, and hopefully we won't have to. Oh, okay, there we go. It's already found it. That was nice and easy. Last time I spent like a good 15 minutes running up and down this bloody desert trying to find this clue, so that was nice and easy. Dig here. Oh joy. Ah, okay, it's sliding puzzle. That's alright, I can do these. Nice and easy. Oh, that's the wrong piece. Wow, that's a good start. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, it's just that piece. Right, okay, so we need to get that like that. Is the top row done already? Let's see. Put that on there. Okay, so we want... the stream is this. I think the frame rate might be going a bit rough. Hang on a second, let's do that. That hopefully will improve the FPS on the stream there. Yeah, that seems to be better now. Okay, so that piece is already in the right place, so I just need to get those two in place. The face and the shoulder pad. Oh, they're the wrong way around now. Right. I do know how to do these, I swear. That's the second row done. So now we're looking for oh, they're almost how I need them. Not quite, but almost. There we go. That'll work like that. Right, so we want, yeah, this piece there, and then we want that piece in there. Excuse me. My throat's going dry. That's just when I need it to go dry, is when I'm streaming. He's texted me as well. Okay, so that's that bit. That's in the right place. Just need to get like that, there we go. And that is sliding puzzle number 1 done. And we've got another scan clue, joy of joys. Work in the Fremnick's Lair dungeons. Okay, at least that one's not too difficult. Just run through the dungeons until it pings. I'm gonna put my phone on silent in a minute. There we go. Got those Silverhawk boots on while I'm doing my Slayer task for the free agility XP, which I so badly need, because I hate training agility, as evidenced by the 447k bonus XP that I've currently got on it. So apparently I have one person watching. If I really do, how's the FPS on the stream right now? Because I've switched the output from hardware to software because for some reason, from software to hardware even, yeah. Because for some reason when I have the output on software it seems to drop the frame rate on Runescape a little bit. According to OBS I'm getting about 30 frames a second, which should be fine, I'd imagine. I can't imagine 30 FPS being unbearable to watch, but it's not the 60 FPS that I get on most of my other games. Oh, and we're out of energy. As always happens in here. Is it really going to be in like the Aquanite room? Yeah, I'd say it's fairly obviously a bot. I forgot Kurosks are aggressive. Yep, I have to go all the way to the Aquanite room. So Gothic's Wizard dealt with, 89 gold, don't mind if I do. Let's have a look what we got. Aha, compass clue. So, do what I usually do, find a nice central lodestone and just work from there. I think, to be honest, the only hard part about the elite clues really is the bloody Celtic knot puzzles. They get on my tits, and I'm too stubborn to buy the not skipping tickets. Okay, so we're looking northeast. What's northeast of here? In that sort of direction. Oh, it better not be in the wilderness. If it's in the wilderness, I'm not going to be happy. Alright, let's have a look. I don't know. That's moving a bit while I'm running around here, so it might not be too far away from here. Let's go to Edgeville real quick, see where it says from there. I have a feeling it might be west from there, but we shall see. Good God, he's such a drama queen. Oh wait, he might watch this stream later and he's going to know that I'm talking about him. It is in the wilderness. Okay. Let's go ahead and bank our shit real quick. Just hope that we don't get attacked by anything, I guess. Off we go. I hope there's not a Guthix wizard, because that's going to be a bit of an issue with no combat gear. I don't think the wilderness ones have wizards, but I could be totally wrong. Oh, there you go, my visual overrides. I should have brought teleport with me. That was dumb. That was properly dumb. It's that long since I've had to go into the wilderness for anything though. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. Is it on the crater? No. Let's look over here. Cool. No Guthix wizard, that would have been awkward, to say the least. I do find it hilarious how everything in the wilderness is just aggressive to you regardless of combat level. Pretty much, and it's just like you got like level 33s attacking you when you're 138, and it's just like, what are you doing? Like the Revenants and stuff, yeah, fine, that makes sense, but why would a level 33 unicorn be attacking me? I ain't got no quarrel with a pointy horse. I can hear a penguin, but I can't see it. Ah, that'll be why, because it was in the building. There we go. That's the penguin point for the day. Oh man. Right, let's get our... No, let's get our gear back. Oh, stop examining everything. I'm playing around with the DPI on this mouse and I'm not used to it at the moment. I keep misclicking things. Right, let's have a look. Oh god. Okay, so what have we got? We've got water, soul, steam. That's what we're going to keep track of, because this is the only method that I know for hacking these things, and it's unfortunately quite a slow method. I know there's a faster method, but it requires you to keep much closer track of what runes are where, and I always end up losing track of them. And getting myself confused and frustrated. So this is the method I use instead. It's not ideal, but it gets the job done. There we go, there's one. And there's the others. Glad that was nice and quick. If that had been as long as some of them are, that would have been that would have made for a very boring stream. Keldagram. Oh, I'm right next to an entrance to Keldagram, aren't I? Let's go. Right, last time I went from here and I went all over Keldagram and couldn't find it, and then found out that it was down here. So this time I'm going to go down here first. Excuse me. And find out. I wonder if Sam does come back. Yeah, he said he'd be back to watch the stream. But nothing's come up in chat, so I'm assuming he isn't. I was waiting for Goodrich before I started the stream, but I realised that the time I'd told Sam that I was going to start was quickly getting away from me. So I decided to start without Goodrich. So that I'd be here when Sam was about, and I haven't seen him. I'm sure he'll join us if he's got the time. I think there is one possible one up in these mining rocks right here. But it's not our one today, unfortunately. Last time I streamed Runescape, I streamed for like an hour, like over 2 hours. I don't think I'm going to be streaming for that long today, because I need to get up tomorrow morning. And it's 10 to 9 currently, so I'll probably stream till about 10 o'clock. Just see how things go. I'm going to be coming back to Keldagram in a bit actually, because I've got Chaos Giants as my Slayer task. So I'll be coming back here to kill a bunch of giants for them later on. See if I can... Oh! I didn't think there were any in there. I'm glad that pinged when it did, because my memory was telling me that there weren't any in there from when I last looked at the map on the wiki. Oh, Bandos puzzle again. Okay, so we need... top row done. I do like the Celtic music, it's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, so that. Okay. So actually, as it is, we can just rotate these round. There we go. Those were unfortunately in the wrong order, which is a shame because they're the two that I need. If they'd been in the right order, that would have been nice and easy for me. I should know how to do this one by heart by now, the amount of times I've done it. Third row done. Oh wow, okay, so those three are already as they need to be. I just need to get that there, and then we're good. And we got another scan orb for Varrock. Okay. Ow. Oof. Had my knee trapped and I didn't even realise. Oh. Hey, Sam's here. Hi, man. Yeah, I don't blame you if you've got an exam tomorrow. Best thing to do is relax, really. If you stress yourself out too much, you'll struggle with it. I know that from experience. What exam you got tomorrow then? Maths, oh god. Rather you than me, mate. I did maths at GCSE and no more. Never again. Just about scraped a C in it, and yeah. Less said about maths the better, to be honest. Would that be, as well, it is time of year for GCSEs and A-levels, isn't it? So is it one of those two that you're doing? A-level, need to get an A-star to get into uni. Oh man, I don't envy you there at all. I only, like I say, I only did it at GCSE and that was enough for me. So what are you planning on doing at uni then? Something pretty tough, I'd imagine, if you need an A-star in maths for it. Aeronautical engineering. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, I can see why you need an A in maths for that. Oh, that's impressive, man. I can barely even say that, to be honest, let alone actually understand it. Although, funnily enough, I did briefly have a job where I actually used to be a flat panel saw operator, and I used to cut panels for the interiors of aircraft. So, not quite aeronautical engineering, but I used to cut the panels that would go in for like floorboards and stuff like that. So, it's that sort of area. Where on earth is this clue at? There's probably going to be some really daft spot that I've missed. Ah, there we go. So you're planning on like designing planes in the future, or just sort of an interest, or you got like a specific career in mind for that? So it's not everyone that does that sort of thing. Just like planes. Oh, fair enough, man. I mean, if you're that into planes that you want to do aeronautical engineering in university, then I mean you're sure to find a job in the area that you enjoy, and I think that's kind of the important thing, isn't it? You got to do something you enjoy, and if you really like planes, you're gonna get that degree. You're gonna end up with a job that you enjoy at the end of the day. Yeah, I think a lot of people, I mean, there's that old phrase, isn't there, about, get a job that you enjoy and you'll never work a day in your life. And I know a lot of people are really cynical about it, especially with like the state of, the job market in the UK at the moment. I got a lot of friends who are really, really cynical, but I'm like, you know what, if you put your nose to the grindstone, as it were, you will eventually find something you enjoy, and it seems like you've kind of looked at it and gone, well, you know what, I like this, I'm going to go for this, and you'll find something, because you put in the effort in. That's the big thing, really. It's the thing that I didn't do for a long time, that I'm starting to do now. I didn't put the effort in because I was one of those who thought, oh, well, there's no point because there's no jobs. But now I'm working towards actually doing a job that I enjoy. So I mean, that's going to be a tough degree to get, I think. Obviously, I don't know a huge amount about it, but I wouldn't imagine aeronautical. Should get some sleep. Hope to see you soon. Yeah, okay, man. Best of luck with your exam tomorrow, man. I hope you get what you need. So best of luck with that, and hopefully we'll see you in another stream another day. Oh man, I'm already zoning out on this Celtic knot. These things are just so there. Like I say, there is a quicker way to solve them, but it requires you to really concentrate and be able to kind of figure out the puzzle, which I can't because these things make my eyes go crossed. Oh, come on, we've got to hit the sweet spot soon. There we go. There's a sweet spot. Now we just got to go on the blue bit till we get them matched up. Unlock it. Let's see what we've got. Got another compass clue. Is it going to move here? No. So, where are we? We're just above the Varrock lodestone. Let's try the Falador one. There we go. Moving now. And the compass is not moving at all. So, what's in that direction? Just try Yanil. Might be sort of north of Yanil maybe. Otherwise it's probably in the Elven lands, which I'm not looking forward to, because that means stepping on lots of traps. And just generally getting wound up. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, north of here. But it must be south of Ardugne, or Ardoin, or however you say that one. I've always said it Ardugne, and then I recently heard lots of people calling it Ardoin, which is mildly upsetting, because I'm so not used to it being said that way. It just throws me off. And my mate is just chatting absolute bollocks on WhatsApp at the moment. Hopefully he comes home and watches this so that he sees that, but I doubt he will. In fact, I'll be done streaming by the time he's online. Okay, at least it's not in that Trino maze. That would have annoyed me. They've changed this whole area, like they've updated the whole thing. I really ought to come here and do the quest on my Iron Man if I haven't already. Check it out a bit. And that's a point as well, I'm going to be streaming some Iron Man soon, hopefully. I'm currently fletching on him, which is... oh god, I've gone straight past it. Which is obviously not particularly entertaining for streams. So I'm not doing that on stream. But as soon as I've got through the fletching and I'm doing something more interesting, I will start streaming with him. So hopefully people will want to watch that. That'd be pretty cool if people do. I just realised this is General Grada, isn't it? It's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be General Grada? I think. I don't know. Whoever it is, they're wearing a tiara, which seems a bit odd. Oh, I realise I've just seen what I've done. that corner piece is already where it needs to be, so I don't want to move that, so we'll do that instead, and then there we go. Wait, is that? Could that actually be any further away? There's still one person watching. Who is this one person? So we've got... Aha, I see. That's those two. Okay, so we need to get... There we go, and then what am I doing? No idea. There we go. So we're gonna do there we go. That's the same puzzle 3 times in a row. Hopefully that's a good, like, a luck sign or something. That would be nice if it was. So where are we now? We're about here. Let's go to Eagle's Peak. See where that takes us. Ah, it's Howie from yesterday. He was in our stream last night at like 2 in the morning. Seems like a decent dude though, so it's all cool. I might tell him that we're streaming again in a minute, see if he wants to join us. I keep saying we and us like there's more than one of me. It's just my personality disorders. I really shouldn't joke about that because I know people with personality disorders, but there we go. Found a casket. Let's see what we get. Oh man, that was anticlimactic. 207,000. What we got? Dwarfweed seeds, swamp lizards, onyx belt tips, and mahogany planks. Keep the Phoenix Slayer teleports because I always keep the teleports. was laughable. Probably already knows about Ghost Ahoy in the active file, but just in case. Because when I started playing Iron Man, I still hadn't done Ghost Ahoy on this character on my main account. So I didn't think to do it at first, and when I finally did get around to it and realised how much easier it made training prayer, I was just like, okay, should have done it a lot earlier, but I got it done eventually, that's what matters. Excuse me, I'm really dry throat at the moment. Right, so we are going to go and kill the oh man, what are they called? Chaos Giants. What gear are okay, so I'm missing ring, necklace and cloak, and possibly an aura. I don't know. Does the prayer... what's the perk of the prayer cape? I've forgotten completely. Oh, 2 burners lit. There's no actual bonus to like prayer in combat. That's annoying. It would be nice if there was, really, but... oh well, can't have everything. Right, what are we looking for then? I have... oh yeah, I need to take that, don't I? Right, let's take one of those. What are we looking for? So ring... did I equip my attack cloak? I did, right. Now, am I taking my split dragon tooth necklace for the soul split? I think I am. I think that's what we'll take, and we'll take a yak pouch with scrolls. And we will take 1 superstore, 3, and I probably don't need that many overloads, to be honest. That should do. We'll take some prayer potions. I'm hoping with the, from what I've seen online, the split dragon tooth necklace, half decent prayer bonus, half decent melee damage. I'm going to take that override off. I think I like the look of the scythe, and decent melee armor. I should kill them quick enough to be able to just kind of soul split them all down pretty easily. Oh, I don't have any summoning points. That, yep. That would generally help. Now I'm going to take 1 spare yak pouch with me just in case, but I doubt I'll need it. I'm just being careful because I've not actually killed these guys before. So we'll take 20 more sharks with us, and yeah, that should be fine. Oh, excuse me, my throat is just going completely. We're on curses, got almost full prayer points, that's fine, that doesn't matter. Now we need to go to Keldagrim. I believe the quickest route to the part that I need is going to be through the Relic of Lodestone. Because I don't need the city, I need the where the boat is. Where you start the giant dwarf is where I need to go. So if I go through the Grand Exchange, it's actually going to take me longer. Let's filter by clear that customization, apply. There we go. Scythe is much nicer to look at, I think. Plus I've not actually, I think I've used this scythe to kill like a couple of one-offs, but I've not actually used it on task yet, so I'm pretty excited to use it on task. I only bought it a little while ago, a few days ago, and then all my tasks since then have been weak to magic or ranged, so I'm excited to finally have the opportunity. Oh, I checked my Bone Crusher settings because I know that I changed them recently for some reason or another. Big bones, okay, yeah, they're on there, that's fine. Now I'm told that if I basically just sit here and use Soul Split, I can pretty much AFK these guys. So, let's see if that's true. Someone was, one of the videos I watched said with Scythe, Overloads and yeah, the video I saw did say about using a legendary pet to loot everything, but unfortunately I don't have a legendary pet. These are legitimate giants, so holy crap. See, I remember when I first got told about hill giants, back when I was a nublet, and running into their cave, and this is what I was expecting to see. It was like these massive creatures, not these guys that were like only just taller than my character. Also, I only seem to be having one aggro at a time. The video I was watching was saying I was going to have definitely multiple aggro, so that's kind of interesting. Don't know if maybe that's been changed. Oh, well, I deactivated that. What is that? Okay, that is a thingy ability then. Did I not click that? Well, clearly from that damage I shouldn't have clicked it. Here we go. This is more what I was expecting. Yeah, this is where I wish I had a legendary pet, because it would be really, really useful. For how easy these things are to kill, they drop pretty decent loot actually. These are a cool Slayer task, I like them. They're pretty chill and they're decent money. I saw a lot of the things were like, oh, for the length of time they take to kill, they're not that great money, but for how few supplies they take to kill, sod yeah, they're great money. I mean, I'm saying like, oh, how few supplies they take. I'm using tier 90 weapon and tier 80 armor, so I obviously have a gear advantage, but you know, I imagine with, if you had Soul Split, if you had 92 per hour, you could probably come here with like Bandos and Drygors and still do pretty well against these guys. I don't think you need Torva. Because even with like, I mean, how many are hitting me there? Like 4, 5? Just use all my AoE shit on them and okay, so it seems like their aggression sort of grows with time, which is interesting. And some of them seem to lose interest as well, because that one's just wandered off even though he was attacking me a second ago. I really ought to change my title from the Ultimate Quester to something else, because I'm going to lose my quest cape soon. Oh, I got excited then. I saw the red and got excited. Place myself in between them and use my AoE abilities. Yeah, this is a chilled out task with I don't even have the Demon Horn necklace, I have the Split Dragon Tooth because I hate dungeoneering. Need more event space for the errants, okay. Can I hit that one? Oh, he moved away. That's annoying. I mean, the herb drops aren't worth a huge amount, but they drop a decent amount of these Dragon Dart tips, and I think the Dragon Throwing Axes are uncommon. Yeah, their drops seem to vary from about 2.5k to like 20k, so overall they're definitely worth it because I'm not really using any supplies. I mean, I'm using a few sharks because I'm I purposefully oversupplied myself with healing items, just because, you know, I've not done this, and I do find that some of the Slayer guides can be kind of misleading. Even when you're using top tier gear, I've had some Slayer guides that I've followed to the letter and just got hit way harder than what that video suggested. That didn't hit that one, did it? Oh, I love the Noxious Scythe. That's got to be one of the most badass looking weapons in this game. I want to get a true amount, like a true monetary value from this task, so that's why I'm getting rid of Shark to pick up loot, because I want to get a proper representation of exactly what I make from this task, because now I know it's a supplyless task. It's just easy money, really. Oh, he's not dead yet. There we go. You can attack them from a fair distance away, actually, which is interesting. Where's his loot? Ah, there. I wasn't sure, that's why I was kind of wondering, is whether that would hit him over there as well. I could probably turmoil this task, but then I would have to start using prayer potions, and if I can do this task without using supplies, I might as well. Keep the costs to a minimum. Which reminds me, I need to check what my I need to check what my Torva's on right now. Northwest of the Jewel Arena. Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that on my Iron Man anymore. There was a point where I was going to try and tag on to groups that were killing the demons, demon camps that spawn. 55%. Oh, okay, it's good for a while yet then. To try and get the demon slayer, what's it called? Demon slayer crossbows. But now instead I'm just training fletching to be able to fletch rune crossbows. So I don't need to watch demon spawns anymore. Put slaughter on that one. So we've hit an hour on the stream. I'll definitely go for the end of this task, but as no one seems to be watching, I might just go to the end of the task and then call it a night. But we'll see. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm using all my AoE abilities when there's no one next to him. How small are their necks? I'm just looking at that weird helmet thing they got on. Their necks must be fucking tiny. Got excited again. I keep seeing them red axes on the floor and thinking, oh. But to be honest, I'll probably notice the 7.5 loot value before I notice that it's an actual pickaxe, so it would be nice to get one. First ever Chaos Giants task. Is definitely a cool task though. So considering you need to do Forgiveness of a Chaos Dwarf to unlock them, they seem quite easy, but I'm not going to complain about that because a lot of the new tasks in the Sophanum dungeon aren't too bad. I've not done the high level ones, but I can do the first 4, and I was at the corrupted cow fights on the day of launch, and they were, I wouldn't say AFK, but they didn't require a huge amount of like effort to kill. I just needed to keep an eye on my prayer and my health, but they weren't too bad, and their drops were alright. I think my main issue with Slayer has been the Raptor update, when they released Living Wyverns and Ripper Demons and all that. I really was not a fan of them. They've actually blocked Archer and Mammoths and Ripper Demons, and I think Camel Warriors as well. Because they're just, I can see what they were trying to do with them, but they just ended up becoming like latency testers basically. Like I was at the Archer and Mammoths for a while for the first time I got them as a task, and I was fairly excited. I was looking at their loot and thinking, okay, I can make some money off of this, and I looked up a guide and everything, and I went there and I did exactly as the guide said, and I got horribly murdered by a charge attack that was nowhere near me. It turned out my latency was like, I think 100. It like spiked to 120 ms, where it's normally like between 20 and 30 at the most. It spiked to 120 as the mammoth charged, so I'd clicked like 3 squares away, but by the time that reached the server I'd already been hit, which was just so irritating for me. I was just like, really? So I got killed by an attack that on my screen didn't even hit me, and that was only 120 ms, and I know there are some people out there who play on 120 ms like as standard, so I feel really sorry for those guys if they ever get them as a task. But yeah, I skipped them that task because I just got really annoyed with it, and then the next time I got them I tried them again and I had the same thing happen again, where I was clearly out of the way of the charge, but the server decided I wasn't, and I got hit for damage by a mammoth that was like 10 feet away from me. And I just thought, okay, sod this. I've not tried the camel warriors yet, I have to be honest, but I've looked up guides and they look like such a pain in the ass. I did try the living wyverns and I couldn't seem to get the balance of hot and cold right. And the indicator, I've heard they've made it clearer now, but when I tried it, the indicator on the side of the screen was not very clear at all. So I wasn't a fan of those, and I've had Ripper Demons as a task more recently, which I actually didn't mind. Their tactics not too bad, just dodging when they jump and all that sort of thing like that I could handle, and I was like, okay. Again, I think my main problem with them was they didn't do the special ability for so bloody long when I first went there, that by the time they did it I'd relaxed and I got completely mauled by it. So yeah, I think that was the big problem with them really. I got because they don't do it every time you attack them, and it was the spinning when they die, that does get quite annoying, I will say that, because you go to loot and then you get like hit for half your health really quickly, and it's just like, oh okay. I kept forgetting about that and letting them do that to me. But apart from that, they weren't too bad. The only reason they're on my blocked list is because the amount of food I was having to use, the amount of supplies, just didn't justify the drops. You know, I was having to use like 3 or 4 rocktails a kill minimum, and for the drops I was getting, it just wasn't worth it. You know, I was looking at the drops and thinking, you know, unless I get a Ripper Claw, which I'm not guaranteed, I'm gonna end up losing money on that task, so that's why they're blocked. Which is a shame, because like I say, with all 4 of the tasks, I can totally see what Jagex were going for, but I think they just missed the mark completely, you know. People who do Slayer and people who do bossing are often the same people, but not always. You know, I love Slayer and I will do some bossing, but I'm not massively into bossing. I'm going to try and do some Araxi on stream maybe sometime soon. But it will be my first time ever doing it, which is unusual for a max combat. I know a lot of max combats who do Araxi regularly. But I'm just not somebody who has the patience for bossing. So when you put Slayer monsters in with boss mechanics, you do end up alienating a certain portion of the audience, which was a shame, because like I say, as I've said already, totally see what they were going for. I just think they got the wrong audience really. Unless they were trying to get guys who love bossing into Slayer, which I can kind of see, because they used to be the appeal for boss hunters to do Slayer, with, you know, the Cowfight Queen challenges and the what was it? Cowfight Queen challenge, Barrow's Brothers challenge, and the Tormented Demons, which could be assigned as a Slayer task themselves. But now most of those monsters aren't actually, you know, particularly profitable for one reason or another. I mean, I think EOC itself pretty much killed off the profitability of Dragon Claws. They were the go-to weapons for PKers pre-EOC, and then EOC came in, special attacks were removed, and I just remember the price of Dragon Claws like crashing overnight. I remember 2 days prior to EOC coming out, Dragon Claws were like a legendary item to me. There was no way I was ever going to be able to afford them. I think they were like 30 mil or something, but I might be wrong. But they were a lot of money, and I was a much lower level at the time. I think I already had 99 strength, but that was it. That was my only 99. All my other combat stats were in the 80s, and I was just like, you know, I would look at people with Dragon Claws in awe, just, oh my god, how can you afford those sort of thing? And then literally like 2 days after EOC, I could afford them because they crashed that much. You know, I'd love to say it's because in those 4 days I'd put in loads of work, but it's not. It's just because they'd crashed tons. Right, now let me loot quickly. There we go. Alright, go back and kill him. Yeah, see, moments like this are why, even on these sort of tasks where you can just soul split your way through the entire thing, I'll still bring some food, even if it's just sitting in my pack yak. Or just a few bits in my invent like I've got at the moment. Because you never know when you're going to get a moment like that where you've got like the entire room attacking you, and you're going to suddenly soul split's not going to do the job on its own anymore. Yeah, it wasn't going to hit him, was it? It's that one's a bleed threshold, so if they're a relatively low level, you can use that on them and then just leave them to it, which is low level, low health even. I know the words I mean. I forgot to tell Harry I was streaming actually, but oh well. It's fine, he subscribed to me last night, so if he's on YouTube he knows, which means he's not watching me by choice. No, it's cool. I'll tell him next time I'm streaming, I'm sure he'll join. There's someone else who's supposed to join, who I'm pretty sure hasn't. Which is fun, I'm sure he's got his reasons though. It's been a very quiet stream, unfortunately, but there we go. How many have we got left? 34. That's gone nice and quick actually, this task. I was already on 45 minutes or so when I was getting ready for this, I think. So yeah, I should just about have time to finish this task, tally up the total value of the loot, and then call it a night. Hey, Howie's joined us. How are you doing, man? Fighting with 30 pro is just training it. I have no life. I'm great too. What combat level did you get now? Because I know you were combat level 14 last night. Help me, overload ran out. 18 now. Oh, nice one, man. 18 with level 30 pro, that's not bad. You'll be fighting Chaos Giants in no time, mate. Do you have a way to get max prayer faster on Iron Man? Because I'm trying to beat a friend to it. Max prayer on Iron Man's going to take you some time. But some tips I have. I wouldn't say about a method as such for getting max prayer, but certainly I can give you some tips that I've been using on my Iron Man. I've been... one of the things that I've been doing is whenever I get a Slayer task of dragons, whether it's green dragons, blue dragons, iron dragons, whatever it is. Now I know you're a little way off being able to do that yet at your combat level, but for when you are ready to do it, I pretty much bank as many of the bones as I can. Sometimes if I can be bothered, I'll bank every single bone from every kill. Sometimes I'll just try and fill my invent by the end of the task. And then I take them to the Ectofuntus, because if you use them at the Ectofuntus, you get 4 times, I think it's 4 times the XP that you would get for burying them. Oh, you're not a member. Okay, getting max prayer while not a member is going to be really, really difficult, I'm afraid. Even if you weren't an Iron Man, it's going to be really difficult. Your best bet, honestly, to get max prayer while not a member. I don't know if there might still be people doing the I can't even remember what it's called, that tentacly thing in Lumbridge Swamp. On one of the busier free-to-play worlds possibly, but I'm not sure. If there are, then that would be something to check. Otherwise, to be honest, your most effective routes of training prayer, sorry, on RuneScape, on Iron Man, Nexus, yes, that's the one. You know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, your best route for training prayer on Iron Man are really members only options, I'm afraid. Things like the Ectofuntus, and I think Infernal Urns, I believe, are members only as well, because that was going to be my other suggestion when you're killing demons, like lesser demons and that. If you take Infernal Urns with you, they collect all of the ashes, and then you teleport them away when they're full, but I have a feeling they're members only as well. If you're staying free to play, you're going to have a really hard time getting max prayer, especially on Iron Man. If you really, really want to get max prayer on Iron Man, you are going to have to become a member, I think. I can't really think of any method, like I say, apart from possibly the Nexus, but even that's going to take quite some time at the higher levels, and I'm not even sure if anyone does it anymore, and if you can't get a group for it, it's hard to get any XP from it, because I tried to do it on my Iron Man at one point. And can you do Combat Academy 2 times? I believe not. I believe once you've done it once, that's it. It's a one-time thing. Because of how good the rewards are from it, it is a one-time thing. Because I think your best training method on free-to-play for prayer is Big Bones from Hill Giants, and that's going to take you a long time, like a really, really long time. You're going to need literally hundreds of thousands of them. Is there a way you can help me kill Hill Giants? Unfortunately, there's not really a way that I can help you kill them, to be honest. Because for you to get the loot, you have to do the majority of the damage, and at max combat, I'm going to be one-shotting them. And I can use my fists, and I might not one-shot them. But yeah, it's realistically, it's not going to be... it's not going to work very well. I mean, to be honest, at your combat level, you only really, I would say you only really need to get your like attack, strength, and defense to like 20, if they're not already there, and then get some mithril armor, and get some food, some like salmon or trout or something, and you should be able to kill them yourself, no problem. If you're genuinely going for 99 prayer by burying Big Bones, you're going to be there a long time. I'm talking weeks, if not months, though. So you might want to rethink your strategy there. Mithril's level 30. Oh god, yeah, they upped. I'm thinking old school levels. Okay, well, whatever level 20 is, you should be fine in that. I think level 20 is black armor now, isn't it, or something? Because you can get level 20 is 25 is black. Oh, steel. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I can't see if level 20 is steel. If you get a bit of food, fish and some trout or something first, and cook them, I can't see why you couldn't kill them in steel armor. You might have to bank for food fairly often to begin with, but they're pretty decent XP, so you'll level up quite quickly there, like your combat stats, for a little while. and you can get like a steel plate body from the shop in Varrock, plate legs from the shop in Al Kharid, helmet from the shop in Barbarian Village. They're all free to play areas, so you should be able to get them with no problem. In RS3, if you steal from Bakery Stand, you can get mills for and what? Sorry, I'm not quite sure what you mean there. Mill in 1 week. And you probably could, but it'd be a very boring way of doing it. It seems, I mean, there are better ways of making money even on Iron Man than doing that, I have to say. Much better ways of making money. Can you tell me some ways? Some of the ways that I made money in Iron Man, fletching is one. You'll want to level your fletching anyway. It's what I'm doing on my Iron Man at the moment. I'm leveling fletching to try and so that I can make a rune crossbow and an offhand rune crossbow for him. So I would say fletching is a good one. Start off just cutting down trees, just normal trees, and fletching the logs into unstrung short bows, then unstrung shield bows, and then move on to oaks and then willows, and just keep selling them to the general stores. It's not the best money in the world, but oh god, yeah, just members. I'm so used to members, I keep forgetting what things you can't actually do if you're free to play. Sorry about that. I mean, to be honest, like, if you're serious about playing Iron Man and you want to make serious money and you want to get serious levels, you're gonna want to become a member, really. I can't really see an effective way of playing Iron Man on free to play because you've got to be self-sufficient, meaning you need to be able to gather and produce your own materials, which you just can't do really on free to play. You can only do that to an extent. So if you can afford it, you might want. If you can afford it and you're serious about leveling Iron Man to a high level, you might want to really look at. You might want to look at becoming a member. You're gonna have a hard time on Iron Man if you're not a member. So that is the end of our Slayer task, with no dragon pickaxe, unfortunately. I'm just going to quickly home teleport, and I need to quickly go AFK. So I'm going to mute my mic and disappear real quickly, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Had to just quickly check something. Let's empty the beast of burden real quick. Just check that that's, yeah. Did I get my... Oh, nice, I did get the soul. When did I get that? Do you know where you can buy rune stuff in Iron Man? Yes, I do, actually. That is something I can help with. You need to do the Dragon Slayer quest so that you have access to the Champions Guild. Once you have access to Champions Guild and after Dragon Slayer quest, Oziak in Edgeville will sell you a rune plate body. He's one of the main guys involved in the Dragon Slayer quest, so if you're not sure who I'm talking about right now, you'll know when you go to do that quest. And then in the Champions Guild, I believe they sell rune plate legs and potentially the rune helm, as well as a rune chain body in there. So you could always go with the chain body from the Champions Guild, which is slightly cheaper than the plate body. Do I know about rune weapons? Again, I believe that there is... I believe that in the Champions Guild they sell rune longswords. I might be wrong. The other option is in the... not the Stronghold of Security. Not the one in Barbarian Village, but the one in Edgeville. The something of security. I can't remember what it is. It's the one that's like... There's that school that you go into, and then under there's like a prison, and you go down there and there's a giant cockroach soldier things. Well, the giant cockroach soldiers, they drop rune scimitars when you kill them. Sometimes. It's an uncommon drop, I believe, so you will have to kill a few of them to get one. But they do drop them. It says rune instead of Runescape. What is with YouTube? It definitely says Runescape on here, but I will retype it again. What is with YouTube? It just seems to hate Runescape or something. Also, you would appear right at the end of the stream. Like, right at the end. Dragon's Art tips I'm going to. It says Runescape in description. Thank you, Howie. See, Howie knows what he's talking about. You tell this amateur. He doesn't know what he's on about. Also, do you like the thumbnail, Luke? If it does keep saying the wrong game, then that would explain why no one ever joins my stream, but still, I'm definitely putting Runescape in because that's one of the things I'm really careful to change. Let's put these 2 souls in. 17,500 for the Chaos Giant, that's not bad. And nearly 19,000 for Shadow Creature, that's pretty good. I can live with that, definitely. We're well on our way to 102 Slayer now. Don't know if we unlock anything at 102. But have a look when I've teleported. And then I'll grab my next Slayer task, and that'll probably be the end of the stream because I need to go do something in real life and then play with some friends, possibly Luke, if he's gonna stop being nitpicky. We don't unlock anything to 103. Okay. How easy is max cooking to get? I mean, max cooking is fairly easy. It just takes a lot of patience. Again, if you're talking from an Iron Man standard, you've got to remember that you're going to have to get all the ingredients yourself. So if you're going to do the most common route, which is cooking fish, and probably the easiest route on Iron Man, you've got to fish all those fish yourself. So you got to bear that in mind. And again, if you're on free to play, you're going to be limited. You're going to be I think the best you can do on free to play is swordfish, and anything beyond that is members only. So again, it could be a bit of a struggle on free to play Iron Man, but it'd be more realistic than Max Prayer, I'll tell you that much. But it's still going to take you some time. So we just got Mithril Dragons. That'll make a nice stream for tomorrow morning, maybe. They're always a fun little task, and they don't take too long. There we go. Right, and with that, I think I will wrap up this stream now. So thank you, Howie, and thank you. Where do you fish swordfish? Free to play, your best place is Karamja, on the little pier to the north of the plantation. But with that, I am going to have to stop streaming now for the night. So thank you, Howie. Thank you, Luke, for popping in as well. And I'll see you all